Okay, so we are live. Esther. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you.
An update on the priestess in you. I can actually hear some echoes here. Can you hear them?
No, I can't hear them at my end.
Maybe just something that my mic sorting itself out. It seems to have sorted itself out now. That's good. So, Esther, you and I have spoken before, live like this, and you shared with people how your priestess self is growing and thriving and blossoming in the world. So this is an update. So before we go any further, because there may well be some people who haven't met you before, would you like to share with us who you are and what you do?
Yeah, definitely. So I'm Esther. I'm an energy healer and I work with Reiki. I'm also a Reiki teacher, which I absolutely love doing. I'm a crystal healer as well, taught the advanced level a couple of years ago. I work with flower essences, which I learned with Sarah. Absolutely love flower essences. I've got my own range, Aurora Shine essences as well. And I also work with the shamanic energies. I do a lot of journeying, drum healing, very connected in with those as well. And my main client base seems to be women that have lost some confidence along the way, have lost a bit of inner spark and shine. So they come to me and we start working with the energies to bring that back out again and let them find themselves, just find their core self again.
Fab. You have so much clarity. That's wonderful.
I know, it's there. It's really there.
Yeah. So with the thing that you didn't mention, but maybe that's because I mentioned it, you are a priestess of the New Earth.
Yes, I'm a priestess of the New Earth, yeah.
Yes.
Which I'm very proud to be. Yeah.
Yeah, we're needed right now. And you're also in our High Priestess, Star of Gaia, High Priestess process as well.
Yeah.
So big question, I know, and maybe we can kind of chunk this down as we talk. Yeah. But what's changed in you since you began the priestess process? We were just working out before we went live, was over it. Yeah, about a year. No, it was a couple of, almost 2 years ago you began.
Yeah, it would have been. Yeah, so beginning the priestess process, kind of going back to, I'm thinking kind of back to last year, and what changed during that time. I think finding a lot more clarity about who I am, what I'm here to do, realizing that if I'm not doing what's in alignment with my soul and who I am, those energies are really, really difficult to deal with. I think I've been in jobs that perhaps weren't right for me, and it's so uncomfortable. And something always happens to make me walk away from these situations. I will get pushed to my limits. I'm sure up there they're going, what have we got to do to make her get out of this? We've got, right, let's just give her a real push now and just make it as uncomfortable as possible so she leaves. So I do. I find situations with people, I can only be around people that I can be my full self with. I can't hide any aspect of who I am. So it's either you accept me or you don't. I'm not gonna pretend to be something I'm not, just to make you comfortable. So that's the sassy high priestess coming in there. But yeah, I think through the priestess process, I noticed some real changes within me, and I did have that clarity about who I am and what I'm here to do. Since starting, and of course that nature connection as well, you just become so much more aware. I'm very conscious of all the elements. When I feel the wind kind of blow across my face, the sacredness of the water when we're showering and drinking, the honour and the burning up of fire, and the earth, just appreciating the earth so much more. I find on my drive to work at the moment, I'm so conscious of all the trees, and I'm almost talking to them in my mind as I'm going past. Where I am, I'm connecting, and they're connecting back with me. And it's really, really beautiful. And since starting the High Priestess, a lot's already happened, some big shifts. It's very immediate. I think the Priestess is a little bit more subtle and takes a bit more time, but the High Priestess is like, bang, this is happening now. A relationship came to an end very quickly. My job's under threat at the moment, which we talked about, and I've only got till April to make decisions about that. Well, I know what my decision is already, and it's like, you're being pushed. That's it. You're not going to get too comfortable here, because we're going to push you forward, and you are going to do what you're meant to do here. So that's definitely part of the priestess as well, and the high priestess especially, I think.
Yeah, a lot of clarity, Esther. Thank you. And I think it's just worth us clarifying here that yes, the priestess process feels more gentle.
Yeah.
But we all know as energy healers that the shifts within us we don't necessarily notice without us.
No, we don't always.
And so the shifts in the priestess level, it's all about coming in alignment with the self. And of course, it's where we learn to co-create.
Yeah.
And this is not a headspace learning, is it? It's
No.
it's just something that shifts within you, and you start to dance naturally, if that's the right word, with nature. So the shifts that you're talking about at high priestess, I think my senses would be quicker because you're a practiced priestess.
Yeah, and it's that practice as the priestess that leads you to this. But that priestess process was just so beautiful and just so kind of, it ingrains into you and brings you so much clarity and focus, and you recognize who you are. It's so soul deep, and you know that you're here to protect the earth, to take this earth forward into the world it should be, not the world we're in right now. And that's a massive part of that priestess process.
Yeah, and it's a big part of who you are, isn't it? Because what we learn in the priestess process and deepen at high priestess is who we are. So I'm an Aquarian, so I'm not a frontliner kind of girl. I have a partner who frontlines it for me, if you like.
He does, doesn't he?
So as a team, we work well together. So my role as an Aquarian is to kind of hold the future potential so that people can move towards it. So you have a different role, don't you? Which is why I'm talking about this.
Yeah, I do. So I'm a Gemini. That's my sun sign. So it's always to be kind of very chatty, to connect, to be able to stand up, to be able to talk. And even this would have really phased me at one point. I think the first few was a bit like, oh, got to speak and people are going to hear me. But now I'm really happy to be heard. And then, of course, doing the shamanic astrology, that was just such an eye-opener. Recognizing all these other bits of me that I'm very aware of, but because I only kind of focused on the sun sign, I wasn't paying enough attention to all these other parts. So yes, I've got my Venus in Aries. I thought, oh, that's where the fire comes from. That's that feistiness and that determination. And almost that stubbornness sometimes, that I am not shifting from this. I won't be moved. I know this is the right thing to do and I'm going to stand by it. And I'm so glad I've got that energy now. But yeah, I am a frontline person. I know I'm out there to fight the good fight. I'll put it that way, to be a warrior, to be a peaceful warrior. And yeah, that's my role here, as my T-shirt says.
Well, right. I think that's it. We all have these different frequencies, and that's the power of this. As you said, you weren't surprised when you heard that your Venus, which in the priestess process, our Venus is our central core. She is the one, if she doesn't get listened to, she's gonna kind of throw some curveballs at us. So, and it's not just about knowing it with our heads, it's about what I'm learning myself as a facilitator, is that it's kind of a little bit like you get initiations into who you are.
Yes, you do.
It's not just a space thing at all. You that frequency gets channeled through your body. So it's not.
That is how it does it. It just runs through you. All that energy just runs all the way through you, and it's amazing. And your whole body goes into these like kind of moments.
Yeah, then, so we're not surprised necessarily when we learn it. However, it's the mirror for me, and I'm hearing it was the same for you. It's like, okay, I know this about myself, but I've never claimed it. I've never honored it. I've never said, Sarah, you are so amazing at this.
Yeah.
Why don't you just focus on that? And life would be so much more easy. And I'm like, yeah, I can do that. And I'm hearing you're doing the same.
Yeah, very much so. And I tell you what, you notice as kind of business owners of kind of healing businesses, holistic businesses, whatever you want to call them, as you become more aligned and clear, you start to draw clients into you who are very aligned and clear on what they need. And they might not even be aware, but your energy attracts them in, and it changes your whole business as well because you're clearer.
Yeah.
And these people see you and go, that's the person I need to be with. That's the person I need to go and talk to see, to spend time with.
Absolutely. So although the Priestess process is not at all a business course, it's
No, it's not.
beautifully aligned to go along with the 3D steps. Yeah.
It's
the
it just
inner work.
Yeah. And the people that just come to you naturally through friendships as well, it's surprising what changes.
So I see we've got somebody chatting to us live, and I'm going to need my glasses to see. It's Michelle. I thought it was Michelle. Yeah. Yes. I don't. Can you see Michelle's comments, Esther?
I can't see it's probably because I've got mine on my phone, so I can't see.
Okay. So Michelle's. So good morning, Michelle. We have quite a few people watching actually. So please give Esther some love as she very bravely shares her priestess self here, because it's a big deal. You know, even though Esther and I are fairly practiced at doing this together, still, you know, going out to the world and we don't know who's watching. So Michelle says, lovely to see you both, and well done for knowing you are here to be a peaceful warrior. Yeah. That's it.
Thank you. Yeah.
That's
it. Yes, and it is. And I think as the world moves forward, obviously we're in a very strange place in the world right now. And I think being able, and I said to you before we went live, I am so grateful for this process right now. It couldn't have come at a better time. And I think for anybody who's watching this, who's considering taking part in the priestess process, your heart knows you'll just be called, and you can't turn away from it because you just won't be able to. It will nag at you until you go, right, this is what I'm going to do. And yeah, the world needs its priestesses desperately, and you feel the earth welcoming its new priestesses as well. It changes the energy, it changes the energy of the planet.
Well, it was said by a very famous person, wasn't it, that the world will be changed by the modern woman.
Yes, yeah.
And so this is it. And it's a word that's just started to come out of my mouth, which is a modern day priestess. And I kind of laugh when I say this because people think of priestesses, you know, it's like going to a temple school. You're removed from society. We can totally see how that's a good idea.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's not the way it is.
No.
Right now, you know, we're not in temple schools in the way they used to be, and we're not wearing flower crowns and flowing robes, although I joked in my newsletter, which went out this morning, I'm on a mission to change this.
I'd love to walk around in flowing robes with a flower crown, a few crystals in it as well. That'd be amazing.
Well, let's well, we need to be in warmer climates as well, but so I'm on a bit of a mission to bring this back into the modern day world. So as modern day priestesses, you don't have to come on a journey to be a priestess. If you're watching this, you are already a priestess.
Yes, you are.
However, if you want the support of a sisterhood and the initiations and just a holding, then that's where the process comes in, a place where you can say, you know what, this is who I am in safe spaces. So yeah, so modern day priestesses, you know, as Esther was saying at the beginning, ask for the tree's support as she's driving to work in the morning, in the traffic, in the November grey. She's talking to the trees, and the trees are supporting her. So we bring the sacred into our very modern, very un-nature-based worlds often, and especially at this time on this earth, we have never needed this so much. So 2022 is going to be an extraordinary year of change, of transformation, of standing tall in our sovereignty, and being with others who are like us, it's going to make a huge difference, because we can't do it on our own.
No, we can't. We can't. We need that support to be able to do this, to keep our strength and to keep standing tall. And on the days that feel harder, you can go straight back to your priestess sisters and say, I'm struggling today. I'm there to lift you up.
And there's no fixing, there's no judgment. It's just this is it. This is how it is. So thank you, Esther. I've loved getting the update. We were joking before we went live that maybe we need to start doing, well, maybe not regular. Don't want to put any stress on either of us. But, you know, this is, I think, maybe the third or fourth time that Esther's chatted with me in this way. So it's lovely to hear your updates, Esther, and allow people to see what it is to be a modern day priestess, what it feels like, how it changes us, how it doesn't take away from the struggle, but it gives us the strength to keep walking forward, knowing that we are doing what we were put on this earth to do.
Absolutely, and it feels really amazing. As you're talking, some shivers went through me then. I thought, yeah, that's exactly what we're doing.
Yeah. So thank you, everybody. As I say, please give Esther some love if you're watching via the replay. And thank you again, Esther, for joining us. And
Thank you.
May your peaceful warrior grow and grow in light as she walks forward.
She will, definitely. Thank you, Sarah. It's lovely to speak to you. Thank you.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.